Hi, this is Dave Bayne back again with another episode of The Front Row. Apparently, before we started tonight, our guest, the 5'1", told me I actually look bigger in person than on video, so I'm starting to get worried.
I'm talking about height. Taller than you are.
But having said that, welcome again to another exciting episode of Front Row. Here with my co-host Amanda Mitchell, and we're lucky to have Amanda here tonight. She just flew in from Vegas. And how are you feeling tonight, Amanda?
I'm hanging in there, Dave. I'm actually glad to be back. A couple nights in Vegas was enough for me, so.
I know. I'd rather be with me than be in Vegas too. I know how you feel.
Yeah, don't be so modest down there at the end.
True. But we're not here to talk about my weight or Amanda's love for me. We're here to talk about the 5'1", our guests. And we're here with Blue and Red. And I'm going to have them introduce themselves. And you are?
I'm the blue one.
Oh,
I'm the blue one.
Thought you were red. Oh, yeah. Sorry. No, but go ahead. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I'm Red. I'm Red, and I play guitar in the band The 5'1". This is my brother Blue. He plays drums, among other things.
Green and gold aren't here, but there's two more of us. There's green and gold.
Okay, so how long have you guys been together as a band?
As a band, as a unit playing instruments, we've been together as a band, not as partners or anything. But for 2 years or so, give or take 2 years. But as people, we've known each other, what did you say, 15 years? We were children at the same time.
Yeah, we grew up together.
So.
Like, we've been together, like, I came all wrong again. We grew up together since we were kids. Like, his mom's my mom, his dad's my dad, his brother's my brother. We're just all one big, colorful family.
Which is kind of like how you guys got your name, right?
Nah. We kind of only wore red one day, and we kind of.
No, I mean the name of the band.
The 5'1"?
Right. Isn't that from the virtue of y'all growing up together?
You know, I completely missed that question, right? How about you tell me? Was that fair? Like,
we're gonna get to the colors in a minute, but the name of your band, the 5'1", that comes from you guys growing up in the same neighborhood, right?
Yeah, we all kind of grew up in Reston, and in Reston we kind of broke the neighborhoods were kind of broken into different. Crews. We all kind of played, like, stuck with our neighborhood because the kids, you can't leave your neighborhood at a certain age, so you only played with the kids from your neighborhood. So when we went to school, you kind of stuck with the kids from your neighborhood, so they all became their own little crew. Our neighborhood was tagged 5'1" because we were right next to the police station, which was 5'0", so we always called ourselves 5'1". We were like next door neighbors to the police station. And then it just stuck with us growing up, and then whatever we did, we kept 5'1" with us. If we played basketball and we 18s, we were the 5'1" versus the Stonegate or the Shadowwood, whatever we were playing, we were the 5'1" playing it. So it's just a tag name for the neighborhood.
Tell us a little bit, Red. Tell us a little bit about your music. What kind of music you guys play?
It's been called lots of things, but at its core, it's alternative hip hop. You know what I mean? But super indie rock based at the same time. One thing that we've said in the past is it's like if the Beatles
made a punk song if Bob Marley made a punk song with the Beatles rapping, would be us.
So that kind of puts it all in a very big nutshell.
And there's four of you, like there was four Beatles, also like four members of Kiss.
His favorite bands.
I've got the red Kiss member right here.
We're gonna do this? Are we gonna do this, really?
Yeah, the blue Kiss member is actually on the far right, but that's okay.
We'll get to that later. But and you guys have an album coming out, right? Too. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Go ahead, Blue.
Well, we had the album we put out a couple of mixtapes or whatnot before, but this will be like our first big project that we've done where everything kind of ties in together. We sat down in the studio. I don't even know how long we've been working on this album. Like it's been
over a year.
It's been like the band itself. We do everything ourselves. Everything, the producing, the songwriting, the instrumentation, like we do everything ourselves. So this will be the first project we went through. We either trial and errors from putting out certain songs and certain remixes, from making our own videos through the webisodes. We started putting out our own music videos for our songs. Like this album, Red, Blue, Green, Gold, is gonna be the first big album for us. And we're hoping that it does a lot for this year. We're doing a lot this year, but the album is probably the big thing for this year.
And your single Mandatory is going to be on that album, right?
Oh, yeah.
Which you can find on the YouTube right now.
Yep.
It's also on iTunes.
The 5'1".
Oh, is it on iTunes?
Yeah, it's on iTunes and
okay, cool.
5'1.com.
Okay.
Or did I just lie to everyone?
It is on iTunes.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Wow.
Cool. So when should we expect that album out?
We're shooting
late spring, early summer.
There we go.
That's broad enough, but more
Okay.
more accurate.
Now I'm going to hand it over to Amanda now to talk to you guys about something that's very important to you.
We're not calling her Amanda anymore. We're calling her Purple for us.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Right.
In honor of the 5-1, I wore black, but I always wear black, and I was going to wear black nail
You're
polish.
so special, man.
I was going to wear black nail polish, but I didn't know how that would go over at work tomorrow. But Amanda's wearing purple. But Amanda, why don't you talk to these guys about the colors? It's a very integral part of their group.
Absolutely. I have purple on my nails. I'm drinking a purple drink. I have purple on my wrist. I have purple on my shirt. So I'm definitely living color life, which is how these guys brand the way that they live. They never deviate from their colors, which I think is so incredibly interesting. You know, a great friend of mine put me on to you guys and told me how incredibly genuine you are, how incredibly organically you make your music live. That's why I just had to have you here. Tell me a little bit about yourselves. You can tell me about color life. Tell me about how that all came about.
Okay. Well, in its simplest form, any person is trying to find where they belong in the world. Whether it's in like middle school and you start having these thoughts, or like high school and you're trying to figure out what you're going to do college-wise or whatever like that. At some point, every person has like an intrinsical thought. Is that a word?
Yes, it's a word.
Okay. And so,
Perfect.
and so, so I kind of had the same sort of situation where I just noticed that everything that my brain registered was red. Like if it was a red car, if it was, you know, a red cup or anything like that, I just noticed that that's where my attention would always go. And so I started buying red things. I mean, this is America. Everything comes in every color. So I just made a conscious effort to surround myself with the things that I wanted, which happened to be all red things. So my room, his room's blue, my room's red, Green's room is green. I mean, everything we own has become that.
Like people kind of confuse this, the color choosing with being like a favorite color type of situation, but really like it's a lot deeper for us than us choosing. Like you'll say, well, how did you guys choose your colors? We didn't choose to be red, we didn't choose to be blue, we didn't choose to be green or gold. We were those colors way beforehand. Like in the song Mandatory, we kind of thank, the song itself is kind of like a thank you to the people that, well, A, helped us with the music, because, you know, we wouldn't be able to be where we are now without the support from our friends and family that we have. But aside from that, accepting us for who we are, like, you know, we are colors, and they never, like, my mom calls me blue, my mom calls him red, and we all go, like, everyone in our love, like, in our family, our love circle is calling us by colors. I'm trying to cut it out. You guys stay with me, man. Stay here. But,
My mom doesn't call me. I'm kidding, of course. My mom's probably watching this show. Sorry, I'm just kidding. But go ahead.
But like the big thing, like in Mandatory, the last part of the verse is, well, that it's a big metaphor where we kind of live by. People, if you believe in a soul, like has a color, you know, and the things you do throughout your life, like how you live, either will brighten or darken that color inside of you, and the world would be your canvas, and how you live your life, you leave marks on this life, and when you leave, and that picture is finished, that's the picture that the world's gonna remember you by. And you pick it, and we just choose to live where our colors on our outside. So we never stop being our art, and we never stop living the life that we choose to live, which is color life.
That's right. So how did, I guess you can speak for green and gold because they're not here, how did those colors choose them, if you will, because you told us a little bit why blue chose you and red chose you, but. Well,
green just, I mean, he's the Boston street hooligan, man. He was green was green before he like choosing it. He just didn't start wearing it. We all kind of like gold was from Romania. Romania is a gold, red, and blue state.
The flag is blue, then gold, then red, and so gold's heart is in Romania. Period, and in Washington D.C.
I actually have a question for Gold. Is he sure that all that glitters is gold? Because a lady told me she was sure about that. Can you ask him that for me?
Did he make it? I think he made it. I would give him
Let's see.
Because this lady said she was pretty sure about it. I mean, can you ask him for me?
Okay, cool. Well played.
Now, I like the way you talk about how the colors choose you and everything, but I always dress in black. It's kind of depressing me. Does that mean I have no soul?
No, it doesn't have to mean all of that. You can, and the beauty of pretty much color life is that you have the opportunity and the capacity to redefine what people's perception of whatever color you are. You know what I mean? Because commonly blue is like a soothing color and things like that. But blue's actually the angriest person in our band. So
I don't believe that.
He's happy in an angry state. So it's like, and me, they say red is like fiery tempered and things like that or whatever. But me and green are the most zen'd out.
We say that green's absent. No. Green's tardy and red's absent. If life was class, green would be tardy and red just wouldn't come to class at all.
Red's tardy?
No, green's tardy.
Oh, I'm confused.
And actually, if you study the colors of light, isn't black the one that absorbs every color, and white's the one that reflects
black's
everything?
Actually void of color. I meant the Wikipedia
both
that
things.
interview.
Yeah.
So maybe you're just rich of every color.
Or I'm soulless and void. Actually, I wear the black for the poor and the beaten down and the sick, lonely, and old.
Hey, see,
That's it is. Johnny Cash, but we're not here to talk about Johnny Cash. Amanda and I were discussing your lyrics actually earlier, and I know she had some questions for you about your guys' lyrics. You guys want to talk about those?
Yeah.
Okay, what you got?
Amanda, why don't you ask the question?
Yeah, First, I got started listening to Stuntin' Like Mufasa. I just noticed some Disney undertones. If you want to tell me a little bit about that, why was that intentional?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I even think that the song, what did it come out? It came out around Father's Day.
Yeah, definitely.
And then as far as the lyrics go, it was in the middle, I think, of when we were making our remix album, where every Thursday we were dropping a rework or remake of some song that meant something to us in one way or another. And so it came time, Father's Day was coming up. We took, the Mufasa and Simba kind of situation and then kind of built a song around that. And then, and that's pretty much, it was clearly intentional.
We completely respect Disney. I think Disney has to be one of the most successful music makers in the history of the world. Like them and Michael Jackson, they just make hits. The last one was a little whack, but the last Disney movie was a little whack. But I mean, the rest of them, like Aladdin, Lion King, all of them have great music
So you
on
just
it.
knew you couldn't go wrong. That was
we
great.
Definitely, we just respect
And
them.
it meant something to us. So then when you take something that means something to you and then you express yourself through it, it's going to come off right.
It kind of goes back to that organicness. Like, we make songs out of everything that amuses us in life. Every time. Like, there's this little girl that I work with that says, I gotta do what I do. That's like her thing. I'm like, go get in line. I gotta do what I do. I'm like, can you please I gotta do what I do. That's her thing. So I'll put it into a song. Why not? You know what I mean? Like, we just do it.
Just take inspiration from all of your daily life. Now you have the color pillar red here on your on your shirt.
So this is supposed to be red, blue, green, and gold.
The green screen is messing up green. We're sorry, green. So when you watch the show, you're not present today, but you're transparent.
But we actually did take a picture, and it was in a green room, so we're celebrating your color that way.
Yeah.
So
I'm not in the room. I'm not in the room. I'm in outer space.
Right, true. So yeah.
But this is your logo, and it's called the color pillar, and you were telling us a little story when we were backstage earlier, so tell us about how that logo came.
Go ahead, but you know.
I just look like, I want to look at your chest. I'm going to ignore you. The color pillar is a representation of like us as colors. It's like a coming of color life, kind of. Like, we didn't, red kind of was the first color, so he was represented first. There's an order to it. We don't just jump out there.
It's not by height.
Well, I don't think I'm the smallest person, and I think I'm the smallest person at the same time because I really don't think that I'm bigger than green. I think I'm bigger than gold, but I don't think I'm bigger than green. So I don't think that's by height. I think it's more by who is like the extreme personalities, I think. Because red, that's like the best way to put it, is the extreme personalities. Which doesn't work, actually. Nope, because gold's a monster, too. It doesn't make any sense.
The logo doesn't make any sense.
We gotta change this logo. It doesn't make any sense.
Blue, you confidently told us we're going to start seeing this all over DC and all over the country and soon all over the world.
Changing the game. You put me on the spot, I changed my mind. Nah, we're going to definitely, this is representing the 5-1. That logo represents everything that we're doing this year. It's going to be everywhere. It's going to be for the shows.
Stickers like this, right?
We have cards, stickers, going to be posters. There's things for the back of your phone.
This is the card.
So look out for this.
This is the card, but you gave me a sticker too, which is in my wallet, and I don't want to be seen reaching into my pants on air. So I'm just going to show. So I'm just going to show the card.
Oh man!
But